What the hell's
disclaimer? We'd like to note before the start of this interview that the opinions about to be expressed by the guest of tonight's Gettin Salty Experience podcast are that of the guest and do not directly or necessarily reflect the views of the host of the Gettin Salty Experience podcast.
You're listening to the Gettin Salty Experience podcast.
And away we go. Go retro there for you. Old school, bro, and I used to do that. Look,
I love
the
it.
band is back.
I love it.
We're all back in town. Roofy's up there. I'm here. Gonzo's down there. Welcome back, Gonzo. You okay?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. I'm still a little recovering from
from lifting that FEMA check?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He said Harvey was a funny name.
Look, Darren Phillips is throwing something in there because I wanted to attack him right away.
Oh, you knew that was coming. If I breathe more smoke out of that goddamn country.
You knew it. Yeah,
Can they
thanks,
put a fire out in Canada, please? Can they do something?
Yeah.
I'm going to sit down here choking on your smoke.
Here's an idea, Darren. Get a line. What are you doing in the chat? For God's sakes, man.
Grab a
Stretch
truck.
line.
Will you,
Do something.
Grab the hose now.
How does that go, Gons? Roll the hose.
Roll the hose now. I have it here, but but in this case, he needs to. Oh wait, this is what Darren. This is what you need him to do.
Fire goes out. All right, I don't need smoke coming down.
That's
here.
what Darren is. He's up there doing.
Dude, it looks like the apocalypse again. It's like orange.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah.
Probably doing it to hate Trump. I don't know.
Do you hear it? Is it playing?
No.
Oh, son of a bitch!
You didn't check your sound effects before
I
you
did.
came back?
I did before I
roll the hose.
I can't
roll the hose.
You're dropping the ball like that all
yeah.
of a sudden.
Oh man, I may have to leave and come back. That's bullshit.
Well, if you dropped a check like FEMA, you might have some sound effects, Coop.
Oh yeah, maybe if I had heard.
Actually, there is a little correction because it wasn't FEMA. It was actually a Department of State deployment.
You hear that? That's the money train coming through. That's
Sorry.
the money train coming through.
That's it. Damn it, man.
Went to the firehouse, picked up his check.
Winner! Big summer blowout.
Oh man, I can't believe this is not working.
Where's your money gun?
Oh, it's right here.
Dude.
He didn't have the money now.
It's empty.
Oh no, it's loaded. Wait, here it goes. Oh wait, there it is. Oh, this is the Department of State is here. Let me see. Oh, let me just keep it going.
FEMA rolled in, bro.
FEMA rolled in. All right, let's get to.
My face hurts already.
We gotta play some commercials first.
Yes, and if I disappear for a minute, that means I stepped out
blow
to fix
up.
my sound effects.
And you know what? I'll play the next one then. Go ahead. You do it.
No, go ahead. I got you. Here comes the commercial. Which one are you going to do? All right, here we go. We'll start with Armor Tough. Mr. Vince, here we go.
When it comes to firehouses, the floors take a beating. Boots, waters, tools, apparatus traffic, it just never stops. That's why departments like the Gloucester City, New Jersey Fire Department and so many others trust Armor Tough flooring and tile. From the hallways to the training rooms to the apparatus bays, Armor Tough delivers a clean, professional finish built to handle the daily grind of the job. Durable, seamless, and designed specifically for high-demand public safety environments, this isn't just flooring, it's infrastructure you can count on. And it doesn't stop at the floor. Take a look at the Grove's gear racks, built with integrated security features to protect turnout gear, personal equipment, and department assets. Secure storage, smart design, and built to last, because your gear deserves the same protection you provide to your community. If your department is ready to upgrade its space from the bay floor to the gear room, reach out to Armor Tough Flooring and Tile, built for the fire service, built to last.
By the way, what happened to that little guy? He kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. What happened to Mike?
Mike has he's getting buff. He was getting swole. He's going out now.
I see him buffing down at Rescue One yesterday. He was on his Facebook page, but you need him to do a show, and he can't.
I haven't even heard that guy. I haven't even seen him.
I can't even play crickets right now because my damn thing's not working. But
well, why don't you sign off, come back on, and I'll play the commercial.
All right, go ahead, do that. And if you don't mind, I'll be right back.
Yes, go ahead.
You got identifier and Dragon Eddie.
I know how to. Listen, you were gone.
Listen, I got to make sure because I was still doing shit from behind the scenes.
When you're on scene, seconds matter, visibility matters, and your gear, it better perform. No excuses. At Identifier, we get it because this isn't just business, it's the job. We provide high-quality helmet identifiers, accountability tags, and custom safety solutions built for the fireground, not the showroom. Our products are designed to take heat, hold up under pressure, and make sure your crew is seen, identified, and accounted for fast. Whether it's a working fire at 2 a.m. or a routine call, clear identification can make the difference between chaos and control. Gear up with professionals who understand the job. Be seen, on scene, at identifiersafety.com. Use code SALTY to save 10% on your next order.
Procaccini might be right.
Well,
that's the only thing. That's the only way that people disappear. Either they're dead or he's got a little tuchus.
Yeah,
maybe he's working a little something.
Every time I X out, I see you chuckle in the back whenever I get rid of Gonzo.
when you cut him off, that was awesome. He was like, and then right off.
All right, let me play one of those commercials so you get Captain Grismer. Sorry.
When an elevator emergency happens, being prepared matters, and the people trapped inside are counting on you. At Dragon Rescue Management, we specialize in elevator emergency management training, built for fire departments, first responders, and safety teams who refuse to leave preparedness to chance. Our elevator industry experienced and seasoned fire service instructors bring decades of real-world elevator rescue knowledge, teaching cutting-edge proven rescue procedures and passenger release techniques that put safety first every time. And we don't just teach it, we equip you for it with professional patented-grade elevator rescue kits, polling tools, and unexpected movement kits designed for performance under pressure. DRM also provides custom elevator door training aids that allows you to practice the skill set from our training in the comfort and safety of your firehouse. Don't wait for the next stalled occupied elevator call to test your crew. Get trained, get equipped, and be ready. Set yourself up today at dragonrescue.com because readiness isn't optional.
There we go. We can thank Mr. Dragonetti for the guest tonight. He hooked us up with this guest. So.
Oh, yes, he did.
He's all right. You know what I noticed? Look at the size of that hat on your head, bro. That thing is huge.
Yes, man. That's that's the Getting Salty special.
Is that what it is? Extra large?
Coming in. Chicka. Roll the hose.
Wait,
you got it?
In honor of Johnny Cage that passed away the other day. I figured out.
What a shame. What a shame. Yeah.
We lost
trying to get him on the show.
But yeah, we're good.
We're good now. He's feeling his oats now, bro.
Wait.
Show me the money!
I needed that before.
Did show you the money.
How did we not hit him with that one?
Yeah, I gave it to myself.
That's the best. That's the best way to do it. You got to do it to yourself.
Show me the money. So,
show me the money.
Now you can book 5 more fucking pineapple cruises. Right?
He's going to be on a cruise next week. You know that.
I know. He's going this weekend already.
Are you?
Yeah.
I was fooling around.
No.
Oh my God.
I got one this weekend and then another one next month.
Okay. We're gonna have to see what kind of cruises that he's going on, bro. I don't know what's going on.
You got the invite? Guys are more than welcome. Did you get the invite?
Listen. I invited you guys a year and a half ago. Let's put something together.
He got the invite. He's coming to my house again.
I'm gonna start paying rent.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's bring him in here. Let's bring him.
I
know. Yeah.
All right, I can't
coming in.
You ready?
Yeah, brother. Let's go.
What are you guys laughing at? Is that an inside joke?
Yes, it's a very inside joke. All right, let's just bring him in.
All right, coming to the stage, Captain Jim Grismer.
Woo! There he is, man. Good for you. What are you, superstar?
You know what? I figured, this is the 298th episode of having 60-somethings on your show with their cheaters on. I figured I'd break it up a little bit.
Nice. We need some young folks.
Thank you for having me,
bro. Yeah. Anytime. Look at that. You look like, wasn't there a guy used to be in Shea Stadium, used to wear that fucking thing?
John 3:16,
Yeah.
That's right. He used to walk around with the Bible verse all the time.
Yeah, that's what I did before I got on the job.
That's nice. Good for you. Let's get patriotic before we let's go. You gotta leave for what's going on in the world today, bro. You know what I mean? Our men and women over there slugging it out with Charlie, slugging it out with Muhammad, doing it. Right. You know what I mean? Fighting for our freedom, Ruff. Do it. Crush them.
All right. Here we go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You know, one day I'm going to look up. I'm going to see Procaccini's name in green. Maybe one day when he becomes a member. Someday he'll become a member. That cheap bastard.
Someday.
You mean the guy who's coming on the cruise again?
Oh, that guy? Again?
Oh, yeah.
That guy, yeah.
Freeloader.
Yeah. Anyway, let's dive right into it there, Cap. Welcome to the show. It's nice to get a guy on our age, right, Ruff? It's not blowing dust at him. Coming out with the dogs, you know what I mean?
I don't even have something that
one of our
simplifies dust.
Yeah, I'm a couple years away from the senior assisted living place, but I got a couple more good years.
Well, he is heading somewhere, right, guys? We were talking in the pre-show.
Yeah, he's going to the villages.
We're gonna visit. We're gonna
He's a pineapple
lifestyle visit in 2 weeks.
What goes
You're
on
a pineapple guy?
Pineapple? No, not a pineapple guy, but I'm willing to learn.
I'm willing to learn.
The loofah's down there, right?
I'm open. Yeah.
The loofahs, yes. I just found out about that today. My sister Jane enlightened me with the loofah system.
Oh, really?
Different colored loofahs for,
different color
stuff. Tastes.
What color is Jane?
Jane's, normal, heterosexual.
She don't have the loofah.
No loofah.
I don't. All right, you never know. So let's go back to the early days with Capt Grismer. I know you grew up. You said Limbrook, right? But
yeah,
what school? Tell us about mom and dad a little bit. If you had brothers,
surely. I grew up in the mean streets of Limbrook. It was a rough town. It was like the Wonder Years. Growing up, Cirillo mentioned this a couple episodes ago. You'd be on your bike all day. I'd be over in East Rockaway. You come home when the 6 o'clock whistle went off. And it was a great upbringing. I spent a lot of time with my dad at the volunteer firehouse, Tally-Ho Engine 3 on Norton Avenue. I am, deeply. I've been there since I could walk, and I learned how to pour a beer there, and I learned how to use a paintbrush the right way, and holding things while guys, replace the roof, and I learned a lot of good stuff as a kid. That's my dad.
Cool.
And
you think we could send a couple of guys from Canada to learn a couple of things? Maybe how to stretch a line, put a fire on something.
No, we're gonna get relocated probably during this broadcast.
I wonder if they have any.
Drink, Lou. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Obviously, beginners.
I just wanted to share this with you guys before we got really dive into the other stuff.
Isn't that great? I haven't shared that with my wife yet. My
Jim,
wife.
I'll email
Gonzo is definitely teal.
What is teal? Where is teal? Oh, bisexual. For those who want to. That is Gonzo.
You hang them off your golf cart. That's the way it goes.
No shit, really?
Is it really?
So there's only one golfer in this group right here.
I'll pick a color. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. What?
So anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's. I grew up at the firehouse. My grandfather was ex-chief in Garden City Park. My dad was in since he was 18 at Garden City Park, moved over to Limbrook. Was in the volleys down in Southside outside of Savannah until his death 3 years ago. But he worked at the World Trade Center from its very beginnings to 1997. Lost a lot of coworkers. Not only in 2001, but he knew all six in 93.
Really? What was he? Was he a cop there, or was he a?
He was. He ended up being the general manager of operations.
Oh, okay.
For the towers.
No
Pretty
shit.
responsible job.
That's
Yeah.
a big wig there. Yeah.
And this is March of 2002. He came down while I was down there with the crew from the 10th Battalion, and that was not a great memory, but to see your dad come and see you while you were doing that was pretty special.
Did he?
So go ahead, bro.
Did he ever think about trying? Did he try to get on the FDNY, or he never?
Yeah, he did. Quite a few of his friends got on, and he went to the University of Georgia for agriculture, and he came back to Long Island and worked at the World's Fair, 1964 World's Fair, and got on with the Port Authority, and I think he was too hungover to take the test for the FDNY. I think that was his final story. But he would have loved to have done that job. I can definitely picture him doing it.
Do you have any family that was on?
Yeah, my uncle Brian McGrath was in Ladder 29 during the war years, 69 to 85.
Wow.
He literally got the shit kicked out of him. He was out of the job. He was, by 82, his shoulder was shredded. And, but man, they spent some tough years there.
Oh my God. Is he still around?
Yeah. He just turned 80.
Wow. We got to get him.
Still in great shape. And, he's one of my big inspirations.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
To, move in that direction. My mom grew up in Valley Stream. My dad grew up in New Hyde Park. I had all four grandparents growing up, so aunts and uncles. It was just a great time.
Great childhood, right? Good memories.
Yeah, it really was. I went to St. Agnes High School, St. Raymond's Elementary School in East Rockaway, St. Agnes High School in Rockville Center. I was an underachiever. In high school, I just played sports, and
this is a common thread.
Yeah, I think it's all common. I'm getting a 65, right? Okay, so I don't have to go to summer school. And
minimal.
I went to Nassau for 2 years. From there, I went to Oswego up on Lake Ontario. Had some great years there. I planned to be a TV weatherman.
Oh shit.
Hello.
Lloyd Lindsay Young, baby. I wanted to be the next Lloyd Lindsay Young or the White Al Roker.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I had a change of heart. I read Dennis Smith's book.
Another common occurrence.
82?
Yeah, Report from Engine 82, and I was hooked. It was a fall of my senior year there. I passed up a internship at the NBC affiliate in Syracuse for the spring. I said, give it to someone who's, really into this field. And I had to wait a couple of years to take the next test, but from there, my first job out of college, I worked public relations for the Boy Scouts of America. I did that for 3.5 years. I worked with volunteers to deliver the programs, and I was the camp director. In the summertime, I was like Bill Murray in Meatballs. You remember that?
Yeah. Woody the Wabbit.
And I worked for 2 years. I went from there to a marketing job at 800 Flowers in Westbury. And every day I could see the skyline of Manhattan. And I was just like, I'm coming, baby. I am coming. I couldn't wait. I got 100 on the 92 test, got 100 on the agility test, and everything moved in the right direction. And I moved in with my sister. because they changed the rules.
I was gonna say what false address? I mean, where did you move to?
Where'd you get the
I lived in a van down by the river. I lived in Manhattan in 13, ladder 13, first due area, 87th and 1st.
Oh, hoity-toity.
Yeah, great neighborhood to hang out in, which we'll talk about quite a bit. But I got on in 95. It was the first class off that list, and I had a great career. Were you a provisional firefighter too? Because I was a provisional firefighter like you for a little bit. Yeah,
because they didn't know if there were, that there was people from Long Island was suing anybody who had. Residents.
No, it was. I think we're all woken up to it now, but I remember saying to my friends that the city can't do this to us. They can't change the rules mid-span.
Best line ever in the kitchen.
And
they'll never do that. They'll never do that.
One of my mentors from Tally Ho, Tom Ryan, he's a retired battalion chief in the 3A. He goes, Jimmy, the city can do whatever they want. Yeah. So you do what you have to do to get on the job, and I did. And Tom was a great mentor to me throughout the process, and he helped me get into ladder 13 where he started. He was there in 1970.
So I had a similar story, but not similar. So we needed a city address, so I gave him, of course, the house that I grew up in with my mom. And then I had the old odd couple thing where Felix goes to the door and his wife threw him out too. I actually wound up going to live with my mother. So I really wasn't bullshitting. He too was there.
That request came from his wife.
Yeah. Same exact thing, man. Came knocking on my mother's door. I got to move back in.
Yeah. The Odd Couple, man. I love that you all know movie lines and,
Yeah, we're talking about that in the pre-show, right? A lot of the young guys now, like you say something like one of those things, that request came from his wife. They'll be like, and you'll be like, listen, man, I'm very funny. You're missing a lot of good stuff here, boys. You know what I mean? You got to brush up on your.
I told you before, Lou, that I retired 4.5 years ago because no one else knew
getting your jokes.
Movie lines from the 80s.
That's how we survived.
House Stripes, Caddyshack, Bugs Bunny. You don't know the Gas House?
Yeah. Oh my God.
And no, the guys would look at me like, I think the captain's losing it.
Yeah, they're missing it. Yeah, they got the blank look like.
They give you the look at the. I think I've seen it.
Okay, Rabbit, now look for Rocky in the City. And they're like, they're looking at you like this. Blink, blink, blink.
Take the boys and surround the house.
Shut up, shutting up, Muggsy.
Shut up, shutting up.
Let your lip.
I throw a lighted match. My palm.
Oh my God, we could do this. We could do this for 2 hours. We could do that for 2 hours.
We should just do a show on movie lines.
Oh, we should. Oh my God.
There you go, bro. Firehouse movie lines. See, guys.
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you a quick story. You guys will remember this very well. It was it's post 9/11. We're getting hit over the head left and right with EEO. Sensitivity. We'd have a ticket for the Rock, at 7:00 to go out to sensitivity training. We'd show up out there and no one's there and come back. And so I decided at the kitchen table, I'm going to start my own pilot program called Sense of Humor Training. And one of the required watchings was Blazing Saddles. So,
oh my God! The sheriff is near.
Yes, I mean,
where are all the white women at?
Yeah, I wanted
Mungo.
I wanted the ability of our job to laugh at themselves and laugh at everybody else, and we had lost that post 9/11. And the pilot program, never got off the ground for obvious reasons, but yeah. I tried my best in my own little firehouse.
Yeah. All right, so you go to 13 truck up on
too
80. What are that? 80,
85th and 3rd.
Not too shabby.
85th and
Mongo
3rd.
like candy.
Roof, when I tell you, probably
The
right
best.
at the time,
The best door?
front door ever, no doubt. Because you
Yes.
had the high rise next door, which was the Jeffersons, right?
Yes.
Is that where they filmed the Jeffersons.
We're moving on
Moving
up to the east side.
Nice.
to a deluxe apartment
Moving
in the
on up.
sky. Yep. And,
I would
13
tell. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, was it 13 truck you said?
Yeah,
yeah.
I would tell people all the time who were obvious tourists that George Jefferson was the father of our country. You know.
Awesome.
You had what do you call it in there? To a whole bunch of like models and stuff living in there, right?
Yes. You know what? Young, beautiful women from all over the world really would live on the east side and make their way to the Lexington and 86th station, and they'd have to come by 85th Street. And, you know, at usually around 7:45, you know, you get a cup of coffee and you just casually, we never catcalled. We were respectful.
Yeah.
Except when the guys from the 6th Division would come down and, you know.
Yeah, the pigs.
Did you feel like that? I always say that I worked in Manhattan covering, vacation or whatever here. Did you ever feel like it was a distraction? Like looking at it as a boss, like where guys were constantly involved with that more than maybe concentrating on other stuff? Or is that something?
No, it was just
Allegedly.
it was just a great way to wake up in the morning, you know, seeing a couple beautiful women, you know, go back to the kitchen for a while, have another cup of coffee, grab a bagel, come back.
Yeah.
It still is a great neighborhood. It's one of the most, believe it or not, one of the most populated neighborhoods in the whole city. You know, you got young college people living, you know, 4 people to a studio apartment sometimes. And it's a lot of fun to go out, you know, a lot of good drinking establishments, you know.
Yep. Were you married at the time?
No.
Woo!
I
That's why he said what he said just now, because he was part of that problem.
I didn't have a lot of money in my bank account, but you know, to go out every night. But we went out quite a bit, and it was, you know, there was so many young guys my age at the firehouse. You know, we might go for a run in the park, take a shower.
That's good when you got guys that are the same age and you're all on the same.
So much
everybody's
fun.
Into it, and then you could go out and that's awesome.
That was fun, and you know, you spend the night at the firehouse and get up in the morning and go home. You know, it was the cheapest hotel in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of fun those years.
I think catch work over there. I mean, they're kind of like in the middle there. I mean, they go to work up north and south, don't they?
I was pleasantly surprised that it in my time there, in the span of 10 years I was assigned there, it got to be more and more steady.
Mm-hmm.
I think Spanish Harlem 43 was a super busy truck when I got there. They started their workload started gravitating into the 90s and the 80s more, and another great company, great guys, and it was, you know.
How far up did 13 go?
We would go up. We were second due down to. We would go. We go up to about 104th Street.
Wow.
Right past 5343. Then we go as far down as 67th. With 39 at 16.
39 at 16, around 67.
Cap, did 13 have like a history of, like we were just talking about it the other day. I forget who was on the show, but 43 always had roof rope rescues all the time. Like, it seemed like, was 13 similar to that? Did you feel like, you know, there was a history of that in there?
Not as many. We did have a significant occurrence in November of 98. Tom Sabella, one of my senior men in 13, got a guy out of the window, and Dale McLaughlin from ladder 16
truck,
went down on the same rope to get a second person. Dale was my senior man in 16, my boy, and we lost Tom on 9/11.
Wow.
But that you go into the quarters of 53 and 43, you know, Jimmy.
Yeah, it was happening all the time. Yeah,
Jimmy Sears, Johnny Colon, Larry Riley. There were quite a few of roof rope rescues, you know, in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
They had a tremendous streak there for a while.
Dale was still there when you got there, huh? When you got to 16?
What's that?
Dale was still there when you got to 16.
Yeah,
huh?
Dale is still working.
Come on.
Yeah.
How many years does Dale have now?
They have a railing right to they have a double railing so he can get to the driver's seat.
I love it.
No, he's still in great shape. He's a grandpa now, and
awesome.
He's a great leader in that firehouse. Quite a few guys.
When I was there in '97, he was like a middle of the road guy, so he's got to have a lot of time on.
Yeah,
that, man.
He got on in '94 and been there for 32 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Great career.
A lot of running. How? Who were some of the bosses when you first got there? That do you remember who was there?
Yeah. Well, at 13.
Yeah.
The captain was John Williamson. He was from the Bronx. He was subsequently promoted to battalion chief, and unfortunately, he perished on the 11th.
Goodness gracious.
Tom Robinson, who was one of my mentors in 13, who just passed away a few years ago. I'll talk about him a little bit when it comes to 9/11, but tremendous boss, great leader, just like Lieutenant John Hemsley was. John Hemsley was one of my rope instructors at the Rock when I was a probie, and he became my lieutenant at 13.
That's
Mike,
awesome.
Mike Donlin from the Bronx. We had, and I could go on and on about the core of officers we had after the 11th that breathed whole new life into our company. Jimmy Kane, John Dixon, Danny Sombrato, Ray Fassberger, the list goes on, man. It's just great bosses.
When you went to 13, did you go there with any other probies?
No, I didn't. There were a couple guys from that May class that were before me. Marty McWilliams, Billy McDonough. Marty passed on 9/11. Tommy Hetzel, who we'll talk about in a little bit, came in after me.
Yeah, he was in my class.
Yeah. So
I think he was in my platoon.
He kind of took the spotlight away from me. Tommy.
Love that guy. Love him.
Yeah, he
like a lightning rod.
He would go out for drinks after work and couldn't shut up, and
I love it.
Took all the pressure off me.
You gotta love guys like that. My son is in the academy now for code officer. He says, "Dad, there's a guy who he's supposed to wear a suit. He showed up the first day in sweatpants." I go, "That's your guy right there. So that's the guy that you want."
That's right. You tell your son, be the anonymous all-star.
I told him that. Don't be the asshole, bro.
Right. Get there on time.
Yep.
Stay
on time is 15 minutes early, right?
That's right.
You're on time, you're late.
We're on German
2 hours
time.
early. 2 hours early every day. He's there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, he says people come with beards. You're supposed to be shaved. I'm
It's a generational thing today, huh?
Oh my God!
Hey, Cap, you remember your first job there?
I do. It was my first day. I had a day tour. It was like October 7th, 1995. We had a fire in a diner on Madison. I was officially on duty for 10 minutes.
Wow.
And,
quick one.
Yeah.
Get it out of
it was a grease fire, but it got into the walls a little bit. And I remember I was with my buddy Greg Mattingly, and he goes, "Holy shit, man.
They liked you.
And yeah, that was, that was pretty neat. Got that out of the way.
Get it out of the way. Yeah. But the thing is, I say all the time, guys would come on that were volleys before, even no matter where you went to some fires, you had a feel, you seen it. Right. Coobs and I, even though Coobs, his family was all into the job, on the job. I mean, I really had no idea. Like, I had no freaking idea till the first time. And I was like, what the hell are we doing in here? Like, what are you doing? Like, the captain's, pulling you like this, right? As far as you could go. And, you don't know where you could go until somebody takes you there, right? And it's just like such an amazing, that's an amazing thing for me. I thought that was incredible.
Yeah, I think we all got on around the same time, whereas not all our bosses wore air packs. Yeah. Sometimes they didn't even put their coat on. They would have it over their arm.
True.
And here we are all bundled up, crawling on the floor. And, these guys were from the Bronx and uptown Manhattan and Brooklyn. They used to eat smoke on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of different type of buildings over there too, man. On the other side.
That was a great thing, and it still is about 22 and 13. You just about have every type of building the city has to offer, right down to row frames on 86th and East End Avenue. You have a couple taxpayers in there. High rises are big. 5-6 story walk-ups are really big. And you have those class 2s over in the Park Avenue, Madison, Fifth Avenue section. Those are really big, where you have a 200 by 200, square footage with a catacomb or rooms. And those were interesting fires to go to as a firefighter and an officer.
I remember doing BI once when I was in 16 truck, and it was right overlooking Central Park. This apartment, you could probably fit 2 of my houses in this apartment.
Oh my gosh.
That's how big this apartment was. Roof, you couldn't
think how big they were, right?
Double staircases going up like this to a window overlooking Central Park.
You think everything's a small, closet, but guys talk about that. They have fires and they like, they didn't even realize how high the ceilings were. Like how
they had a fire over them. They had a bird cage in there, a bird cage with exotic birds. That's like the size of my garage. That's how big this bird cage was.
It's a whole new level, fellas. It could be a duplex, it could be a triplex. With stairs right in the middle of the floor plan. We had a fire in 2004 on Lexington and 70th. That was a duplex, and
those are the dangerous.
The floor above really wasn't the floor above. We were getting the shit kicked out of us because it was going
open.
right up the spiral.
Yeah, it was open. Yeah.
It was an open stair and good fire.
Yeah, the amount of money in that area. What do they call it? The Gold Coast over there? Is that what that was?
The Gold Coast. That's the mantra for 39 and 16. The Gold Coast. It has the guy from the Monopoly game, with the big mustache.
Yeah,
nice.
There you go. That's 13.
Yeah, it had the horseshoe, right?
The horseshoe and the horns.
On the roof there,
yeah. When they closed the Wicked Wolf on 2nd Avenue, my friend Ron Daly asked if we could have the horns for the fire truck. This is like in 2002, and it's been there ever since.
Nice.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a really cool place. The only thing that sucks is Christmas time used to suck. You'd go out for a run and take you like an hour to get back to the fire.
Oh, it's Manhattan. I thought it was bad when I was a chauffeur in the early 2000s, up until the time I got promoted. When I went back as a captain, now you have bike lanes. Lexington Avenue goes from 3 lanes to 1 lane. There's a bus lane. There's no longer a fire lane in the middle of the avenues. They don't enforce gridlock traffic anymore. So
it's a mess.
It's Manhattan. It's got to be worse. I mean, I really haven't been there.
Do you think the congestive thing helps? That congestive?
Absolutely not. absolutely not. That's a money grab, and that's a problem the city created by narrowing the streets.
Yeah, no doubt. They put planters. When I go to the Ranger games, there's planters, and you can walk in the street now. Like, there's not enough room for cars, but there's 6 people walking in the street. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, the sidewalk's not enough.
Right. Times Square, they totally closed off Broadway for those couple of blocks. So ask the brothers at 54 and 4 what they think about.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine.
You know, it's totally screwed up their response.
Yeah, and then they don't want people that, like what happened in the past where, you get a terrorist or something, he wants to run people over. So now even the fire truck can't even get through there because they have like all the barriers up so that they can't do it because of that. So you can't even like go through there, even if you had your lights on or something, because of that. So it just, you got to go all the way around the block, or some stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, there was a few times that 54 and 4 and 65 we went out.
I don't think I could work there for that. I don't think I could do it.
Yeah. I mean, especially around the holidays, it's teeming with people. And a few times we went the opposite way against the one way and went the wrong way up the avenue to get to a first due box because we're not getting to it,
Yeah, I'll lose my mind if the right one fire you're going to get to, and then you're going to get beat in because you can't get out of traffic or something.
Right.
Or a cab's double parked. I'll kill somebody.
Delivery truck, and it's
the trucks, right? There's no way because there's no way to offload. Right?
Amazon does, and FedEx is,
there's no way to offload. That's the problem.
And if they double park on a street, you're not getting a rig through there.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's
you can if you go really fast, right? Doesn't it get narrow?
The faster you go, the skinnier the rig gets.
I think we have an invention there, Gonzo.
And if you hear anything, you act like you didn't hear anything.
I mean,
keep going.
If they really, you hear the pop, pop, pop,
pop.
If they're really mad, they'll come to the firehouse.
That's it. Yeah. And then you can blame 43.
So we were the first. We were the first group.
There's a red streak on my car.
We were the first group to do the rotation, right? We got there. It was are they going to rotate? They're not going to rotate. They're going to rotate. They're not going to rotate.
Yeah.
And then finally, they came down, and I actually think it was a great thing, man, because you get to see different parts of the city that you would never see if you stayed in the same
I totally agree, Kevin. It just I think it made me more worldly as a firefighter. Going up to 89 engine, it was, I had some experience from Limbrook, stretching lines and putting out some fires, and that's where I caught the bug. But 89 engine, the country club neighborhood there east of the New England Expressway was, all solid private dwellings, and we catch a good fire in there once in a while. 280, my experience there for a year.
That's a good house. That's a good house.
I can't say enough about it. The core of senior men, John Dory, Joe D'Amico, Mike Cerulli, I can go on. I mean, they were great. They really brought us in and, made us a part of that house. And I learned to be a really good engine man there, and, it just opened my eyes to the other side of the job, which is, engine work. We had a fire in the rear of an H-type on the 5th floor. We stretched our whole bed of 14 lengths, 8, 2.5, 6 inch and 3/4 to get to this place. And I had the nozzle. It was all guys from a rotation that did the stretch through the courtyard. And
I think I know that building. I know that building.
It was on 234 was out. It was up on Pacific somewhere, and it just it worked out. It worked out perfectly. I remember there's a funny story with this. Some big black woman comes out in the hallway while I'm on my knee putting my face piece on, and all I could see is her knees and below, and someone from Rescue 2 bear hugged her and called a 1045, and gets all pissed off and says, "Get the fuck off me! Get the fuck off!" And she goes to her apartment and shuts the door. So the chief's out there like, "Rescue 2, what's it? 1045? No, cancel."
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I thought you were going to say I could see her nipples, like.
I was gonna say she was hot.
Oh, did you say nipple?
I couldn't see. It was pretty banked down in that hallway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe she had some low hangers. I don't know. Maybe
they were dragging on the floor. Maybe I don't know.
Big milkshakers, as we say.
Oh shit, that's funny.
They're in with the division too. That's a great house, man.
What's that?
280 is in with the division too, so that's a great house.
No, the division's in with 283.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Right.
Yeah, but we had 132.
Oh, that's why you didn't. That's why I said Bobby Sarno was in 283. You were in 280.
Okay.
At 132, I had a storm.
Yeah.
Your cousin is, Roof.
Yeah. I couldn't picture. I knew.
That's why I misspoke. Sorry. I thought it was.
That's okay.
Was that the name you were trying to remember before?
Bobby Sarno. Yeah.
Sarno.
That's why he wasn't in his firehouse, but 280 is great. Yeah. They're on. That's where Hank was too, in 132.
Correct.
Yep.
That's a great company.
I had a storm.
Kenny
DeFranco was there too.
Oh, he's one of the great firefighter. Went on to Rescue 5. Great prankster in the firehouse. He would be.
He does not look like that to me at all. I came on with Kenny. He's so quiet, but then guys tell me all these things about him like that, and it's so typical. Like you never be careful of the quiet guy.
Yes, he walked around. He walked around with a cigar. He had this Zippo lighter his dad Danny gave him, and he'd always be tinkering around, with a rope that could dump water on someone as soon as they come in, the back door through the parking lot there.
Yeah.
He'd be working on the mechanics of it. He'd work for hours just to get a laugh.
Oh shit!
He and I resonated real well together. Yeah, great people, man. Great firehouse.
They wanted you to come back, right?
Yeah. When
that's tough. That was such a tough thing for guys to do.
Time to leave. Matt Ryan brought me into the office. I thought I was in trouble, and he's like, "Jimmy, we're gonna miss you here." I spoke to John Dory and Joe D'Amico, and we'd like to keep you here. I'll call Kevin Gallagher right now and make it happen. I'm like, it's the most flattering moment of my life and my career. I was like, wow, these guys want me to stay.
And I'm sure that did not come easily either.
No,
I know what I'm saying? Like, I know that house.
Yeah. I need some time. I had an allegiance to my assigned company and my boys.
Yeah, that had to be tough, man. That had to be tough.
And I just made the hard decision. I'm going to go back to 13, and I just chalked up that experience. I told a good friend of mine recently. I said that was my best year on the job. I think just a wonderful group of guys. Did a lot of functions together, a lot of nights out, dinners, and
that's probably in the top 5 houses that do things together, like legitly, and have a great alumni. Like their alumni is incredible too. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Oh,
like you said,
when we would go out there's a place in over near Squad 1 or 239 engine called Two Toms. They had these giant pork chops. They were like 2 inches thick. And I was just amazed by the amount of alumni that came back to function.
No doubt. They're definitely in the top 5, like when it comes to that type of house.
Was Danny Marino there when you were there?
Danny had just left. He went out on medical leave. He had gotten a medal the year before. I met him through various functions there. But he was on his way out of the job my year when I was there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him. I see him like every other day, either the supermarket, the bank. I'm like, come on, bro, come on the show.
Down in Long Beach, you can find all kinds of people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you swing your head.
How fast does a year go? It goes fast, but how fast does it go when you're actually on a rotation, like it's got to be the fastest year ever. Like that has to be so quick. Like you think you're like, oh, I just got here. Next thing you know, it's like that's it. You're out of here. Like that's how fast.
Yeah,
I mean, it goes fast as it is. But
yeah, it was a quick year because just like everything that you enjoy in life, it goes quick.
Yeah.
Both experiences at 89 and 280 were fantastic, and it made me an all around better firefighter. I'm glad they got back into doing it before I retired. I think it's a little short, I think they do 3 months and 3 months and whatever. I just think it's good for someone to get out of their firehouse to see other parts of the city, how they operate. And, it just makes you an all around better fireman.
The only thing that was strange is that you go to your first firehouse, you're the probie, you do everything the probies do. Then you get shipped off, and it's almost like starting over again because you're the junior guy. They think you're the probie, so it's almost like starting up twice, because 3 times actually. Sure. So, but it's still good. Like
we did it. We kept our mouths shut and did all the right things, and
well, you had the lightning rod like we talked about before.
You had always had someone to take the pressure off you. Someone who couldn't shut his mouth, and
They made the job smaller though, because it's such a big job. But
oh my gosh,
smaller,
throughout my career, I would run into the guys from the Bronx and Brooklyn, and it was great. You knew hundreds of guys through this program, not only from those respective firehouses, but from those battalions. You got to work in the 3-8 battalion. You got to work in the 20-20 battalion, and I've worked in great places like 90 and 41, 234 and 123, 249 and 113. Just great firehouses, man.
Yep. So you get back after 280, you leave, you go back to 13, and that was what year? That 98. 98. You got back. I actually left 16 truck early to go to the squad. So
okay.
98 is when everybody went back.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Right. So you get back there, and how long does it take you to fit back in? You feel like you
very quickly.
Yeah.
I got back from the rotation with Tom Hetzel, Ronnie Daly, Doug Mitchell, all guys, my core guys there, and we kind of started a juniority type of, we were going to change the world. We wanted it to be a little bit not so laid back, and gradually, not that 13 was bad in any way. It's just we wanted to tweak the place to be more like a 280 132 or an 88 38, or we had a tough time getting north of our firehouse, because of the way the traffic went. We'd have to make a left on Lexington, go to 84th, and hit the avenue to go north. So 43 used to beat us into quite a few boxes, and they still do, because all they have to do is jump on 2nd Avenue. But
that would drive me crazy.
Me and the younger generation guys hated that. We're not giving them our first 2 boxes so easily anymore. And when I became a chauffeur, I started making a right onto Lexington and got on 86th Street. I'm like, there's no fucking way they're beating us into 87th Street. No,
I would definitely do that.
It was just a pride thing, and it wasn't a big deal to a lot of the older guys, but I was just like, hey man, this is our neighborhood, and we got to be first due there.
Yeah. Somebody asked about the unicycle story. Tell the unicycle story.
Unicycle story? Which one?
I don't know. I just said tell the story about the unicycle story.
My brother, I don't know if this is the one you're looking for, but my brother was a police officer in the 2-3. Is this what you're referring to?
I don't know. He just said I'd have to go back and look. He said tell.
Okay. Well, my brother Rich, he still lives in Lynbrook. Is retired from 304. Was a cop before he became a firefighter. went to 81, then out to 304. On one of his last tours as a cop, it kind of coincided with my parents moving out of the house in Limbrook and moving to Savannah. My dad had this unicycle up in the ceiling of the garage, and he was breaking my brother's balls about getting rid of it. My dad sounded like Gilbert Gottfried. Rid of the goddamn,
oh my God,
get rid of the goddamn unicycle. So my brother throws it in the trunk of his car on his way to work, and long story short, there's a bunch of white kids with jersey plates buying drugs somewhere in the neighborhood. So they pull them over, and they're obviously under the influence. And my brother and his partner had thrown the unicycle in the trunk of the squad car, and my brother had him go, touch your nose, hop on one foot and walk the line. And then he got the unicycle out and said, just go up to the stop sign and come back with the unicycle. So this fucking kid was shitting in his pants. I've never rode a unicycle before, and so my brother's like, "That's all right. Get the fuck out of here."
It's running unicycle.
Great times.
So you get back in 98, right? You want to lead up to 9/11?
Yeah. I get back with all those guys. Tommy and I become mutual partners. We have a new captain, Walter Hines, who was a fireman in 123, lieutenant in 132, becomes our captain in 13. Walter was great. He kind of reinstilled a lot of pride in the company, and those were great years. It brings back a lot of great memories of a lot of house functions and, catching a little work here and there. I look back so fondly. We ended up, 9/11 comes. I get to the firehouse that day, and long story, I was in the city the night before. We were supposed to go to the Yankee game, Yankee Red Sox game. It gets rained out. E.T. Richards. And I like
fucking idiot.
He's such a fucking dick Yankee fan. Get this.
So we end up hanging out in the neighborhood, having a couple cocktails, watch the Giants get the shit kicked out of them by Denver. And I remember the early morning of September 11th, sitting up with Tom Sabella, Dennis McHugh, and Tom Hetzel talking about, we have a house meeting coming up, and, just general things. Dennis' wife just had twins, I had a great conversation with them for like an hour. I had to get back to Walden, where I'm from, up in Orange County, because I had a service guy putting in an attic fan at 8 o'clock. So I was out there at 6:30. Wow. And, it's a month away from the lieutenant's test. I'm going to be studying a few hours. I was a little hungover. I didn't want to, that's the last thing I wanted to do that day. And it starts unfolding, see it on the television and call my mom. I'm home, and I get back down to the firehouse about quarter to 12. I had just missed the whole group going down to the site. I'm the only one in the firehouse, and it was, driving into Manhattan. It was like a science fiction movie compared to what it had been hours earlier when I left. There was nobody on the streets. It's dark. I saw a couple people walking up Second and Third Avenue, covered in dust. They must have got a ride along the way. Remember seeing all the shoes on the apparatus floor. The phone was ringing off the hook. I finally, like the third time, pick it up. It's Tom Hetzel's wife, Diana. have you heard anything from Tom? And I was like, you know what? I just got here. And this is before cell phones and all that stuff. And no, but as soon as I find out, I will let you know, Diana. I think I was looking at, while I'm talking to her, I'm looking at the ticket. It said respond to the South Tower. I'm like, oh shit. I was thinking the whole way down, they got relocated to maybe, 7 truck or 1 truck, but they went straight to the towers. And the next phone call was from John Grogan from 22. And he had a cell phone. He's like, yeah, we're missing 9 guys right now. We're, I'm on my way over to Jersey to look at the hospitals. And, Ladder 13 had 1 guy survive, Joe Graziano, and that was only because Walter Hines saw a guy from 21 Engine struggling with a civilian. He was a big guy, so he just picked Joe and said, hey, give him a hand. And 22 Engine lost 4 guys. Two survived, Pete Clinton, Dominic Maffey. So you guys, Lou, Kevin, you had the similar experience in 288, and it just, that's the day everything changed. I mean, there was a lifetime before the 11th, and then there was a lifetime afterwards. And, it's hard. That's why I look back to pre 9/11 as such, those were the best of times. Everybody was happy and alive, and, we never thought something of that magnitude could ever come down on us like that. And
nah, not that many people, man.
No. And the more time went on, I find out, I run into the guys from Brooklyn, we're missing 6 guys, and the department's starting to put together the lists, and, Did
280 lose? Did 280 lose guys?
No, 280 didn't, but 132 did. A couple of guys whom I worked with, Tommy Mingione, Andy Jordan.
Richie's, right? Richie's?
Richie's.
Oh, no, not Richie's. He was, no.
Johnny Vigiano.
Vigiano, that's who it was. Vigiano.
Yeah, and we all know the story about the Vigianos. The other brother was in ESU.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, I hope, to all young firefighters out there, I hope this country never ever has to go through something like that. That's why we have to be, vigilant. We have to pay attention to what the fuck's going on in this country. I can't bear to think that even post 9/11, years later, we're letting people into this country unvetted. That's what led to that freaking tragedy. 2,977 people in the matter of 102 minutes. It's,
wow. Yeah, I never heard it put like that. Yeah.
It's mind-boggling, and we probably could talk about that all night, but one of the things about post 9/11 was, hey, we got to regroup. We got to, that's where the family liaisons came about. We got to take care of these families. We got to go down to the site and look for these guys, in those first couple days. Maybe they're still alive. Maybe they're in a pocket. Remember all that?
Oh my God, the pockets and the spaces.
I remember going down there. Yeah, I remember going down there. We were down there on Wednesday and Thursday, all day, all night, and I remember Thursday, like, we're going down on the bus. We're gonna find someone today. And I remember walking out of there at 2 a.m. on Friday, like, we were on an Army transport, pouring rain, and we knew then that there's no survivors. No. I think they found the police sergeant from the Port Authority later that morning. He was the last one they took out of there, John McLaughlin. But man, and my dad, being in the World Trade Center growing up, walking down West Street and seeing those beautiful towers that I used to be able to see from Limbrook, where I grew up, to see them in a pile of rubble that is 6 to 8 stories high. You know, nothing is recognizable.
Nah.
And the place was just a reassuring thing about those couple of days afterwards was you started to see helmet shields the first night from Boston, DC, you know, all you know, Baltimore. 2 nights later, you start to see Chicago, Kansas City, and by Friday, the weekend, LA. Guys drove across the country to help us out, and that, you know, that was reassuring. You know, there was a tremendous amount of volunteers from Long Island. I ran into my own company, you know, at the site of the North Tower. You know, they packed up and came in, and you know, everybody wanted to help. And
yeah, the outpouring of help was amazing. That's what.
Yeah, it was.
Even everything that people did in the firehouse. At some point, it was just overwhelming because everybody wanted to help. Yeah, and I don't blame them. Everybody wanted to be part of something.
Yeah, we on the night of the 11th, we got we were held in because I got there late. We were told not to go down to the site by Chief Moore, and you know, he says this day might not be over yet, and you know, and Lieutenant Tom Robinson, being an Army guy, is like, listen, we can't just fucking do what we want. You know, let's have a plan here. This day might not be over yet. They might drive a plane into the UN, or who knows. So we were in reserve at 58 Engine all afternoon, then came back to the firehouse, and there was a ladder and an engine from Hartford and a chief backed into our firehouse, Hartford, Connecticut, from 150 miles away. So that's when you knew, like, wow, this is people are coming far and wide to help us out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but at some point, talked about this, right, Roof? Like at some point, we had to actually just close the doors and just be with each other after a while because it was just so much, man. It was just so many people who wanted to come, wanted to part, wanted to drop off food, wanted to talk to us and everything.
Have you ever walked into a florist and that smell brings you right back to that front door of the firehouse?
Yeah, piles and piles of flowers and cards and everything. But you know, it's all well wishes, but at some point you guys need to shut the door.
Yeah, we did. People, the outpouring of the neighborhood, people of all kinds of socioeconomic, you know, levels, you know, were very generous. We had to establish a fund for our families and people, you know, all the famous news people in the neighborhood, Tom Brokaw and Katie Couric, and I remember talking with Dan Aykroyd and his wife. You know, just they didn't know what to say. You know, Dan Aykroyd. You know, we know him from Saturday Night Live and dozens of movies. He's a funny guy, and he
wasn't funny.
Here's a guy who's just like Jim. I don't know what to say. You know.
Yeah.
It was just
it's a mess.
Yeah, I really can't put that whole experience, those first few days, into proper words. It was just, we had to take it day by day going out, and you know, then 4 or 5 days later, you know, we found Marty McWilliams that afternoon on the 11th. So he was the first funeral. I think the following Monday, we found Walter Hines. You know, it was just started to be, as you guys well know, funerals and families. Memorials. You know,
it was memorials down to the pile, back over here, taking care of the families. It was just a constant rotation for months and months and months.
Yeah,
and then
it was
our guys too. We would have memorials. Then we find the guy, and we have to have another funeral for them too.
Yes, and that happened a few in a few instances with our guys. You know, the family was just like, okay, that's enough. You know, it was hard. It would be hard saying goodbye twice. You know.
Yeah.
And I brought up Tommy Sabella before. We never found him. So his family had a memorial the first week of October.
They never found Joey Hunter either.
Yeah.
Just his helmet.
Yeah. I've never found Pete Brennan. I've never found quite a few guys, man. I mean,
So on October 3rd, I was working in the firehouse, and John Hemsley, who's now captain, comes in and says they found Tom. So we went down there and walked him out of the pile, with the Stokes and the American flag. Brought him over to the east side there, Bellevue, with the
morgue.
Yeah, with the temporary
morgue.
That's his daughter Amanda, 2 years old. A real great story I was telling on the pre-show. She's engaged to John Shart's son, Rob. John was from 201, who perished on the 11th. And that's one of those
wow, that's crazy.
Full circle stories where, the Hetzels have become a part of our family, with my kids growing up. And but so we brought back Tom. Was his funeral was on the 6th or 7th. They asked me to do the eulogy. It was just it was difficult to do. I remember the Sunday after the 11th being invited to go for dinner with the whole family. And you remember that even into that weekend, people still had hope that their son or their husband was still alive. And I just remember sitting there and they asked me, what do you think? And I said, Tom's not coming home. It's the hardest. That was the hardest thing I think I ever had to do was to level with his mom and dad and and Diana, his wife, and his sister Doreen and his brother Danny. It's just like, there's no hope. And I didn't want to lead them on, and I just felt that was the best policy to
be honest.
I said we just got through down there today, and it's just now it's a recovery, type of operation.
Can you believe it's 25 years already?
It seems like yesterday. I can't believe it's 25 years. And we've lost so many great men in the interim. The list goes on every day. Every time you pick up the phone, social media tells you, so-and-so passed. Or you get together with a group of guys and, hey, do you know so-and-so's sick?
Yeah.
And you're like, I lost a good friend 5 years ago, Frank Portelli from Ladder 13. He was, he passed away ultimately from brain cancer. And he was, I felt like I was attached to his hip throughout the whole post time. He was just a great friend, and it was just like surreal. I mean, that it still continues, and you guys,
So we got to get happy now. We got to get happy.
Yeah, I know.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
We got to get happy.
25 years. I got to tell you, Roofy looks a lot older. Not me. Roofy looks a lot older. Forget about Gonzo now. I don't know. All right, let's talk about getting promoted. You go and study like a crazy man. You get promoted.
Yeah.
And you go to, where are we? Standby. I got it. 7th Division.
When did you get promoted, Jim?
February of 05.
All right.
So I go up to the 7th Division. There's some great firehouses up there. I end up working at 84 Engine for 10 months. One of the lieutenants was out on long-term medical leave, and he eventually came back. But, great place, 84 and 34. Great guys, real squared away operation. I worked at 45 engine for 2 months. Another great place, 45 and 58. I did a vacation in 39 truck while they were still west of the Bronx River Parkway. They were in the Woodlawn still. Mm-hmm. And I became UFO the day they moved in with 63 in the 15th Battalion, June 12th, 06. So 39's.
Wow, that turned into some happening spot, man.
We did steady work in that firehouse.
That's incredible how that turned into that.
That's, you know what? Honestly, it's an old Italian neighborhood. Back in the 60s and 70s, places like that were camps. 62 and 32 wasn't really that busy. 38, 51, really not that busy. With the expansion of, the population, the neighborhoods change. And
is that where all the work's going now, Roof? Up
north,
in the Bronx.
So 39 was a single truck. Now they got it. Now they're probably one of the. I don't know if they're the busiest up there, but I know all they're up there, man.
Steady. 32, 51. I mean,
37 truck, right?
Yes, great place. So it was always funny. My uncle's from 29 truck, and I'd say, hey, 29 was relocated to 39 the other day.
It's like 39.
Get the fuck out of here. That's a camp. And I'm like,
not anymore.
Not anymore. Mm-hmm. It's just neighborhoods change. And, and I had a great experience there. It was a little rough at times. There was two established companies.
Yeah, right. Feeling each other out. Yeah.
A couple personality conflicts along the way, but
I never liked you.
Listen here, Frano.
That's my second favorite line in the firehouse. You know what? I never liked you.
I never liked you.
I don't like you, you Johnny Ball Breaker.
Awesome. I love it.
So you caught some work up there.
Yeah, great firefighters. Mm-hmm. Had a lot of fun. A lot of laughs.
Story. Oh, joy.
We one of my favorite stories from 3916. I hope the statute of limitations, or this was over 12 years ago.
Allegedly.
Let's say we had an electrical fire in the TV room behind the apparatus floor.
Yeah.
That might have started with fireworks, but we're not sure.
It's a scenario, right? You're doing a testing scenario. That's what this is.
And it was funny because the truck guys ended up putting it out with the hose line, and the engine guys were at the windows, taking the windows, and everything was destroyed. And
those damn wires.
The beauty about our job. Get all the shit out of there. One of the guys is from Yonkers. He's in a trucking company on the side. And
crooked nose bastard.
He's taking away smoldering couches and bringing them somewhere in Yonkers.
They're not even out yet.
Yeah. We clean the place.
Gotta move quick, baby. Gotta move quick.
Yeah. The boss in the engine that night, I was in the truck, Kenny Begbie. He was classic. He just told the chief, "We got it. We're handling it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it."
And
I like it.
By that night, we had a new drop ceiling in there. It was painted, but for the rest of the time, before we had the renovation in 11 through 14, it smelled like fire all the time because all the beams
was still charred.
Were alligator. I
love it.
Just say it's from all the jobs that you were going to.
A couple jabs over there.
It was funny. 38 truck gets, our rig breaks down later that morning. 38 truck comes in. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. And all the guys get off the rig and they had a bad night. So they go to flop in the TV room and the place is destroyed. What the fuck? It smelled like we had a job, and we did. It's just in our firehouse.
Allegedly.
In your own firehouse.
Yeah,
But now you're talking about when you were in 16, but you were promoted in what? In 2014.
2014, yeah.
Right. So you spent 7 years over in 39. That's a long time.
Yeah, 8+.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a great run, man. Good times.
So you get promoted. How do you wind up going back to the old stomping grounds over there?
Actually, I put in to go to the 1st Division, and the commander of the 3rd at the time, Tony DeVita, who was my battalion chief in the 10th Battalion, is now the division commander. He kind of rerouted me to the 3rd, so I ended up back in the 3rd. And
you were still living in Long Island when you were going up there?
No, I moved up to Walden, Montgomery area.
Yeah.
In February of 01. It was before the 11th. So,
so 39 was fucking
I've been
perfect,
here 25 years.
Dude, 39 must have been like, that's gotta be, I mean, a heavenly. I mean, you don't even hit any traffic.
I would cross the bridge up in here in Newburgh.
Yeah.
On 84, go to the Taconic, and it'd take me right to
Oh, my God. What a freaking commute that is. And you're going to work.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Man, I'm envious of that. I like that.
The best of both worlds.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I wonder why. I would have stayed there for 20 years.
Yeah. Oh, he wanted to go and study. He wanted to be a captain.
The hidden secret. Don't tell anybody.
Oh, my God. And the tiller, for God's sakes, too. To beat.
Yeah, it's the busiest tiller in the Bronx. I don't know if you guys know that. Because the only tiller in the Bronx. They had a T-shirt. No.
Is that right? In the Bronx.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So how do you wind up at 16? Who was in 16? Who vacated that spot?
I bounced around a little bit, but I always loved that firehouse. Kevin Murphy was getting promoted to battalion chief soon, and I just felt of all the places I worked, even being there as a fireman, I always enjoyed the company down there. Kenny Ruane, Dale McLaughlin, Brian Kane, the whole
Kevin Kubler.
Kubler, the Coobs.
I just spoke to Kenny Ruane last week. Can you believe it?
He'd be an interesting guy to have on.
Well, he won't come on. He had 40 something years, right?
His name has come up every 2 weeks.
Yeah, Kenny got on in 1970 and retired on his 65th birthday in July of 2013. He and Bobby Morris retired the same day.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Kenny,
what a great
fireman the whole time. Just a fireman the whole time, bro. Great guy.
Great firefighter, man.
Wealth of knowledge.
Yeah. He was always drilling with the men. It's why I enjoyed going down there so much, just to pick his brain. Like the Class 2 buildings on Park Avenue. He was just great to talk to.
Plus, it's good to have a senior man like that in your house. I mean, basically everything should run through him. I mean, you shouldn't even have to. If he's coming to you, then it's big.
Yeah,
bigger.
And he was proudly a hippie. He drove a VW bus.
Yeah,
and he had long hair.
He had the ponytail, right, Coob? You said.
Yeah.
A man bun before it was man bunish.
Yeah, man bun. Yeah, wonderful.
That was a great firehouse too. That used to be where the Ladders school was back in the day.
That was from I think it was built in 1882. It was at one time upstairs was the headquarters for the fire department before Livingston Street. Behind the firehouse where the synagogue school is now was Proby School before it went out to welfare Roosevelt Island.
Right.
So you see those pictures of the guys on the
scaling ladders.
That's behind 3916.
And then they renovated it, and the cops got the top floors, right? Because you guys used to have that whole thing.
The fire department got the shit end of the stick on that one.
Roof, they had, how many stories is that building? 6?
It was 7.
7 stories,
I believe.
16 and 39 had the whole thing.
Oh my God!
Then they renovated the
what
building.
year was this?
They kept the face of the firehouse and the 19th precinct. They kept the face of it, built new beyond that.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Put in a parking garage below.
Right. Yeah. The precinct goes up and across the firehouse.
No shit.
And those pricks used to. It was below their muster room was the bunk room, and they used to bang the batons on the floor every morning on purpose because they knew we'd be sleeping in there.
That's awesome. That's the one where the consulate's across the street, right?
Yes, the Russian. Yeah,
that's my favorite thing with when the U.S. beat them for the gold medal. They had the fucking score and everything in front. I love it.
I love that story, and they had some covering boss on the news. Like the news cycle is so slow coming back from Soviet Union. We wanted to make sure they knew the score of the game.
That's great.
It's freaking awesome, man.
But you guys would get runs there, and they wouldn't let you in, right? Over the
no. There's a couple stories.
They had a job there once, I think.
Yeah, they did on the 9th floor. Ronnie Camerata, I think,
climbed into the window, right?
Yeah, VES'd into the window because it was showing, fire was showing in the next window, and they were giving everybody a hard time about coming in.
Mm-hmm.
We had an EMS run there one day, and they wouldn't let the engine in. The guy ended up dying of a fatal heart attack.
Yeah,
one of their diplomats. They just were like, we can't let you in, and the guy died.
But meanwhile, they said they used to have, like, on the floors above, when the fire department had it, the FBI would be over there, surveilling them all the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When I was a fireman, that was more the case. They had that front room where the exercise room is, and the TV room above it. Well, it's like a library. We call it the Joe Perry room now because he did all the woodwork in it. But, they were there 24/7. Surveilling the Russians.
There's a place to park in the building.
Where?
No.
In the firehouse?
Is that what you said?
There is a parking garage downstairs that we get 2 spots for the officers. The cops own that too. They got most of it, and we had to play nice with them whenever we had more than 2 cars down there.
That's a good word, Gavone. They got owned.
They
glammed it up
into that whole renovation.
But. Ain't nobody got time for that.
That is an interesting firehouse, man. That firehouse has always had guys who had other businesses, entrepreneurs. Like, I don't know if it was when you were there.
Yeah, Jimmy Long.
There was another Jimmy there, Jimmy something.
Jimmy Carroll. They were all establishment owners. Jimmy Kennelly was an architect. I mean, some really interesting guys. Kenny Rogers was an attorney.
Was Jimmy Kennelly there when you were there?
Yeah. Yes.
I love that guy. He was my workout partner. He was an awesome guy, man. I think he went into didn't he get a skyscraper or something, like a high-rise building that he wound up being in on and
no way.
Yeah, I mean,
he was a sharp guy, man. Oh.
Very sharp. Yep.
Yeah,
I tell you, that's one thing about the fire. Like, you don't know what people like. It's just incredible. Like they're in every walk of life outside the firehouse, right? Like,
this guy was
so
a
many
wrestler
different things.
too. He was a wrestler.
Anything you want to know about life, you learn at the kitchen table. I mean, when I was buying a new home, I wasn't sure, about the mortgage and all this shit, and guys could zip all kinds of information because they'd been through it.
Mm-hmm.
The first, get into the 457, kid. You won't regret it, and I definitely don't regret it now. I mean, made a lot of money because one of the senior guys took me under his wing, and
for money which you would have blown out of your check, right? And when it was taken out of your check before, you didn't even know it.
Was always at least 10%.
Yeah, you didn't even know it.
AC says 10%. Everyone feel where is that, bro?
Oh, jeez.
AC says 10%.
That's got to be a gangster.
Yeah, it is a gangster, but it's not the type of movie that you
part of the game we used to play with
Johnny in the crowd.
Johnny Dangerously?
No.
So you got to give another line. That's what we used to say. We're like, all right, I need another line. So you can
Can I phone a friend right
I
now?
want to give you to the
50-50.
count of 10 to get you yellow. No.
Oh, come on.
man,
That's easy.
come on.
Home Alone.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Your keys are off my property.
Oh.
Right, pump your guts full of lead.
Snakes. I think I know a guy like snakes.
Yeah.
Snakes.
We can do this all night, bro. See that?
Oh, that was the guy who was on the actual tape saying that.
Yes.
And I'm going to give you 10,
1,
2, 10.
10.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Filthy animal.
Nice.
That guy was a cop in just about every Chicago movie.
Is that right?
In the
Yeah,
70s
yeah.
and 80s.
Typecast. Poor
Oh,
bastard.
definitely. He had the booze nose and everything.
Yeah. But
So was that the Macaulay Culkin? Was 16? Was that 16 truck or 13 truck? Or one of those?
Both those companies were there. I was a fireman, but I worked that night. I got detailed the 23 engine, and we went up to take up hose in that apartment. And I remember seeing the hallway. It was basically blowtorched. Anything.
No shit.
Yeah, I mean, the beloved Ray Pfeiffer got burned really badly with 40 engine that day. And the fire became what it became because the occupants in that apartment shocked the door open with the doormat because they thought they were helping the firemen. And it in turn became a blowtorch, and like a dozen guys got badly burned.
Oh shit.
You know, that's when wind-driven fires really became
starting out
on page. You
had the Lionel Hampton one. You had the,
yes.
Who was the other
64th
guy?
Street.
The Lytle, where the guy drove the plane into the fucking building.
Yeah, my friend Eddie Ryan was lieutenant in 44 for that. That was
I'm telling you, they get some crazy fires over there, man.
That's why I stay out of Manhattan.
Yeah.
Fan.
Subcellars.
Did you have any subcellars, Cap? I'm out on the triple subcell, by the way.
No. I had a smoke condition in a subcellar over at New York Hospital one time, and thank God it was minor. New York Hospital, I forget how deep it goes. I mean, I'm glad we dodged the bullet with that because.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's a you get down to those floors.
It's not gonna be any fun.
It's a different layout on every floor,
Basements are already not fun.
No.
So how are you going to go down 3 more times after that? Are you kidding me?
No. Yeah. It's funny you mentioned high rises before. I was working for the Tracy Towers fire in February of 2006. Mm-hmm. Coming from 13, you kind of. That's that was my wheelhouse, going to high rise fires, you knew you had to check the stairs and, maybe we'd go and get a quick layout on the floor below before we went into, there was all kinds of things that we did. And that's a fire that 79 engine and 37 were moving in nice and easy. Then all of a sudden the window failed and it became a manageable contents fire in an apartment. And now it's a blowtorch. And we were backing up 79 and it was just like, the nozzle man, Ronnie Diasso kept the nozzle open at the door while Tony Tomaszewski from 37 tried to get the doormat, was blocking from shutting the door, and those guys got burned pretty bad. And that fire and the Trump Tower fire in 2018 were, kind of reminders that, you think you're pretty good at this, but it humbles you a little bit,
I'll humble you in a second, brother.
Yeah. Trump Tower was on the 50th floor. It was 5:30 in the afternoon, and came in as a Class E. The guy in the apartment had disabled his alarm, so someone's alarm went off down the hallway, and 2 truck, shows up. checks in at the desk. We sent a guy up there 5 minutes ago. We haven't heard from him. And it turns out to be a fucking full-blown fire. And it was a large apartment. We kind of split off. Rescue 1 was there, 2 truck, and I took Jimmy Dolney and Steve Ross to the right into like the kitchen area, and we were like 30 feet, 40 feet deep, and it's getting really fucking hot. It turns out this was a clutter apartment. The guy collected old acoustic guitars, so the place is just filled with
plastic and shit.
Yeah, it felt like the burn box at the Rock, and they just threw
a flash over.
Yeah. So 8 engine and 39 engine did a good job, knocking the fire down eventually, but that was fucking hot. And the window did fail in that fire, but it had no effect. I mean, I think there could have been half a dozen of us killed in that fire. I mean, it was just getting down to the street. You're like, holy shit. That was
Check your drawers. Check your drawers, bro.
Check your drawers.
Was that picture? Is that where the thumbnail's from?
That's me and Mike Graham coming out.
He just checked it right there. Look at his face. He's like, ooh, that was close.
Yeah. I have nothing left in my bottle. That was a handful, man.
That's a no shit one, man.
Yeah, the Trumpster, his son, I went to the hospital. I had a small burn, and when we got back, me and Steve Ross, that Eric Trump is delivering pizzas to our firehouse.
Really?
Like, hey, thanks a lot. We really appreciate what you did. And, so I'm going to get
a fantastic job. Better than
you guys did a great job.
Great job.
Incredible job.
Incredible job.
Pizzas, not steak, but I'm going to bring you some pizzas.
Yeah.
We could have.
What about the filet mignons? You know what I mean? What are we, wood?
Grismer is just fantastic.
Jimmy Grismer. He voted for me in 2016.
He voted for me in 2016.
Did you ever do, when I was there, we went there, but we didn't do BI in that Rockefeller Institute?
Yes.
What the fuck is going on in that place?
That's where they did.
They do some kind
research.
of crazy research in there. Like, you can't even get in there, right?
It's like a college campus, and each area has a research area for different types of animals. While I was there, they expanded over the FDR Drive, so they doubled their square footage, of all kinds of stuff. We went there dozens and dozens of times for activations, and you don't
want to ever get a fire in that place. You don't know what coming out of there.
When I was a probie, we had a fire there. It was pretty much held to a room or two, but you don't want to go sniffing around there too much.
Nah, yeah. Google that if you get a chance. The Rockefeller Institute. See
what Rockefeller Institute. Wow,
going on.
I haven't thought
about
they
got subcellars over there.
They got shit, man. I forget. I think maybe what Kenny was telling me one time, they have like a room full of just mosquitoes because they do some kind of testing with mosquitoes.
Yeah, it's like a bad 80s movie.
Oh, it's like a UL Laboratories, like the check all sorts of shit like that. Yeah,
I don't know what it is, bro.
That's funny.
I'm not worried about
that. You're out on subcells. I'm out on that, bro. I'm out on disease testing places. You know what I mean?
Probably a good BI building.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Can you imagine the SIDS that comes in on that son of a bitch?
We got reptiles. We got.
Don't go. It says.
Yeah.
Avoid it all.
Information. Stay the fuck out.
Back out right now.
You got a flat tire.
Maybe we can't stay.
We're unable to respond. I have a flat tire.
What about the poos? Did the poos ever come back to functions?
Yeah, every once in a while. I saw Mike Moore up in the 2-7 when he was the chief, and he ultimately became the commander up there. He was a great fire officer. He was the battalion chief at the Tracy Towers. He's calm, great officer.
Oh, man, I'm trying to get him on. Still,
yeah. So many.
I'm going to call him today and say, Jimmy Grismer said you got to come on.
Well, there's a funny story about him when he was an 80 engine and a 23 truck. And he got a medal. And at his medal ceremony, they all had blow up Mylar balloons of Bert from Sesame Street.
He had a little bit of a, he had a little on the top of the head.
Ball busters. I got to say one thing about the caliber of our ilk is, the men never failed to, impress me with the next level of wit. You think you've seen it all, you heard it all. Guys,
stick 50 guys in a firehouse and they rotate. It's just anything can happen at any time. You just like you said, it's just.
If you could capture what happens at the change of tours, bro, and you can, it's insane. Some of the stuff that guys come out with, and some guys are just
the brutal honesty too. Like if there's something like you're thinking, like maybe my breath stink, whatever it is, something going on, they're gonna, it's coming out, right? It doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? If you got BO, whatever it is, something, they're gonna be all over you.
Coobs, you remember Lenny Bayonne from 39 Engine?
I tell a Lenny Bayonne story all the time.
Yeah, Lenny one day brings in eggs and bacon, and he's whipping up the eggs, and they get a run. So one of the ball busters puts orange juice in the same bowl, and Lenny comes back, is whisking it up. He's like, he was there for like 15 minutes trying to
he had a name. They said he had an alter ego. What would name?
Richie Solero, help me. I would know if I heard it.
I'll give you my first time I ever met Lenny Bayonne. I came in for my first tour there off the rotation. I go, I would have put my stuff. Can I relieve somebody? He says, yeah. I go, well, okay, where do I sit? Where do you sit? I'm going to let you tell me where you think you might sit on this rink. I'm like,
yeah.
He's answering
a question with a question.
Is this a trick question? I don't know. Well, I'm not sitting backwards. You're sitting backwards. I'm like, okay. Whatever, man.
Somebody put in the chat, Rusty.
Rusty.
The number one answer. Good answer.
Ding, 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 ding. Which might be a little thing.
One night we're up in the bunk room, and I'm hanging over, and he had the sleep machine on, the CPAP.
Yeah.
And somehow the oxygen tube got crimped.
This can't go good.
Yeah, and all of a sudden he just,
sucks to his
face. he's choking to death. He's getting no oxygen, and he rips the thing off. I can't breathe. God damn. The lights go on. Like, whoa.
What's going on in here? Oh my god.
Gosh. Yes.
That's some good dudes.
I recalled a funny story. There was a group of guys in 16. They called them the Bayshore Liars Club. They would go, oh yeah. They just bullshit everything. This guy Mike Graham and Jim Dolney tell one of the probies one time. The probie says, "Wow, we have a lot of extra food from dinner last night. What are you going to do with it?" Well, we usually shit can it, but these guys are on top of that game. They're like, next time, we all keep a Tupperware container in our locker. And so this poor guy, Paul Valucci, just got promoted to lieutenant. He comes in the next time.
Oh my god!
Filling up this large Tupperware container with.
Did you see what that guy did? He filled up. He's taking all the food.
A couple guys went, "What are you doing?" They told me Paul's not going to give up those guys. They said, and he's just like,
"Oh my god, that is
everybody
awesome.
has them. We got one,
dude." You would have thought like what you did, right? You're taking food that's going to get thrown out on Saturday anyway, but God forbid,
yeah.
God forbid you take it.
Oh my god, something like that. That is so classic.
What about Timmy Murphy? Was Timmy Murphy there when you were there?
Yeah, well, I went to high school with Timmy Murphy.
He went to St. Agnes. That's right.
He's a Rockville Center guy. I still see him on Facebook.
You were in the same grade as him?
No, he was 82. I was 85.
Oh, okay.
He was a football player, and
that's Jerry Murphy's brother, bro.
Oh, is that right? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Murphys are a big family in Rockville Center.
Yes. My first tour there, he after the kitchen's cleaned up,
Yeah.
they're all sitting in a circle in the kitchen. And I'm like, they start handing out goggles. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing, man? He goes, just put the goggles on. I'm like, all right. They take this fucking food and they put it in the middle of the fucking floor and they shut the fucking lights out. And then they turn the lights back on, and like 3 of them have pellet guns, and they're shooting the rack. Pew, pew, pew.
With the goggles, put these goggles on. Don't worry about it.
Well, all right.
Oh, God.
I noticed you had. I saw your podcast with Chief Tom Richardson a little ways back, and I taught at the Rock for Education Day for a couple of years, you know. And he was the new chief of training, and he comes up to speak to the troops one morning. And he's great. He's just lively, so full of energy, gentleman, beloved. He goes, I got a question for you guys. And they're all sitting there. And what's the 4th largest fire department in the United States? Go ahead. You know, Brooklyn, Chicago, Miami, LA, nope. Seattle, nope. You know, Boston, nope. You give up? All right. It's the FDNY on medical leave. We have 1,065 guys currently on medical leave.
We got to change that, boys. We were over 7%. We lose the 5th man.
I forgot about that. You go over 7%. You lose.
Oh, I saw him up in Syracuse a few times with the state chiefs. I teach with them occasionally, and I always remind them of that story. I said that is classic.
I didn't know you cheat.
He was a funny guy.
Next time you go, let me know. I'm up there every year.
Oh, okay.
You can buy coops at dinner.
I do hands-on training with out at the Syracuse Fire Department Training Center.
I do hands-on selling of merchandise.
Hands-on selling over at the On Center.
Of the
On Center.
That place is some shit house up there, man. Oh my God, what a mess up there. You think it's
yeah, there's some parts of that city. It's not nice.
It's like the Night of the Living Dead. They wake up and just walk around like zombies. I think it might be that time.
Nice.
Get it out. It's poison.
Oh, man. That's bad. Okay.
That's what you brought back from Venezuela?
Oh, man.
That and a big paycheck is what you brought back.
I don't know what you're talking
about. Nice.
Show me the money.
Wait, let me,
the cruise.
I have the other one now. Oh, my God. Where's my gun?
Got some nerve.
Got some nerve.
You know a guy who cries with the loaf of bread under each arm, Ruff?
And a pineapple?
And a pineapple and a loofah. Listen, it's time. It's that time. Let's cue on
right,
there, bro.
All right, here we go. You ready there, Cap?
Yeah.
Time.
All right, baby. It's time for the old food
tip of the day. Shoot it.
Take it. Can't wait.
Shoot the J.
Shoot it.
Shoot the J. Shoot the puck, Barry.
Shoot the
puck. The old school
Barry.
Tip of the day is, I think we all share a passion for the fire department, the fire service. So embrace that passion. Challenge yourself to never, ever stop learning. Amen.
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 Short to the point. I like it. Excellent.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry.
Yeah.
Somehow that went away. But
in my afterlife from the fire department, I still teach a little bit. We have a BOCES program up here for 11th and 12th graders in Orange County. This is my Explorer post here in Walden. I still run with the volley department here, but I coordinate the Explorer post, 13 through 16-year-old kids, and we teach them the basics of firefighting with a little fun twist to it. You know, sometimes we'll, besides the basic stuff, we'll put them on air and maybe have dodgeball or street hockey or, you know, and before they know it, they don't even notice they have the
right. That's true.
So it gets them used to it, instead of being
outside the box thinker right here, Roof. I like it.
My daughter took the BOCES.
Make sure you share this with them too when you get a chance. Rip them for this. I just want.
and I wanted to do a shout out. My daughter graduated from University of Delaware this past year, and
excellent,
nice.
And for a year, I rode with the Christiana Fire Company down there, and I just wanted to say they are a squared away group of guys. I mean, to the man, they're all in, man, and they're very aggressive and good firefighters. And I'm glad I had the opportunity to work with them.
You take the nozzle from any of them?
Shut that bottle off.
Shut the bottle off.
No, it was just good being a fireman again. It was fun while it lasted.
My daughter took the BOCES for nursing, and now she's going to college for nursing. Yeah, but she loved the class. It was great.
What else are you doing now besides teaching a little bit?
Well, I do the state chiefs occasionally. I also Orange County Training Center up here.
So you're still keeping your hand in it a little bit.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I also do Tunnel for Towers, the mobile 9/11 mobile exhibit.
Oh.
I found that talking about our stories, what happened that day, is in a way therapeutic and good for us. And you meet people from all over the country. I've been to Chicago and Phoenix and Central Connecticut, and man, there's some great people out there, some great Americans who really respect what we did and, were deeply affected by that day and continue to be.
Amen to that.
Yeah,
for sure.
My son is a Marine. He was named after Tom Hetzel.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah, he graduated boot camp in November of 24. He's now out in Japan at Iwakuni Air Base as a firefighter. So
very cool, man.
He caught the volley bug here in Walden, and he's very happy. We just had him home for 20 days.
Maybe when he comes back,
it was
on the job.
Great. Yeah,
job.
A lot of good things going on, and man, this has been fun. I feel like we could do this a few more hours, but Gonzo's got another.
I said it's the fastest 2 hours in
history. You got some fan club in there, man.
We got 3-2 in a rescue, multiple phone calls. Sounds like a job.
Sounds like a job.
Sounds like a job. We're going to work.
Is that your wife, Jane, in the chat?
Jane is my sister from Savannah.
Oh, hi, Jane. From Savannah. Gonzo, did you get any other pictures that you want to go through quickly?
We had this one here when he was with his son at the 10th anniversary.
10th anniversary. This is on the side of 10 and 10.
That young man is a Marine.
Yeah. He was 9 years old, and I just, it was the anniversary. A lot going on. I just took a knee in front of Tom's name and said a prayer for all the brothers, and some photographer from Chicago Tribune took that, and it was all over the papers. And it just it says 1,000, speaks 1,000 words.
Yeah, man.
Thomas is named after Tom, of course, and his middle name is Michael, named after Michael Hannon, one of my buddies from Limbrook who died on the 98th floor when the Flight 11 hit. The first plane hit.
Wow.
So he's a living legacy, and it was kind of like it's like a rebirth of, life. Life will continue, and we got to carry on strong. And just like you think of all the tragedies we've had at the department in the past. The fathers. We could go on and on, but we always rallied around each other like no other vocation does. I mean, we pick each other up, and when I mentioned before, seeing those helmet shields from out of town the days after 9/11, and You know, I remember countless departments came by our firehouse just to pat us on the back and say, "Hey, man, we're here." You know, it was just, you know, reinforcement is how we all move on from something like that.
Yeah, and we got each other, guys. We have to quickly.
We got each other, and that's a lot for love.
We have our two commercials.
Pulling that one out of nowhere.
Yeah,
on jokes.
That's from 80s.
That's from 80s.
Yeah, let's play.
All right,
Collectors Club, really quick. Thomas from Squad 1.
Here we go.
We at the Gettin' Salty Experience are excited to announce the launch of the New York City Collectors Club, a brand new spin-off of the FD Collectors Club dedicated exclusively to New York City firehouses. Here's the deal. No more worrying about stopping by a firehouse when the crew's out on a run, and no more rolling the dice on questionable patches and coins off eBay. With this club, everything you receive is 100% authentic, straight from New York City firehouses. And the best part? A portion of every subscription goes directly to firefighter charities each month. Now, because you're a part of the Gettin' Salty podcast community, you'll get 50% off your first month. That means you can join for just $14.99. All you have to do is use the code Gettin' Salty at checkout. So if you're a collector looking for something real, meaningful, and straight from the source while giving back to New York City's best and bravest, the New York City Collectors Club is for you.
Wonderful. And last but not least, the old school health and safety tip.
Here we go.
The First Responders Center for Excellence is a not-for-profit organization dedicated to protecting the lives and livelihoods of first responders. Their education and research initiatives aim to bring greater awareness and understanding the challenges to the health, safety, and well-being of firefighters, EMS personnel, and other first responders too. They are an affiliate of the National Fallen Firefighter Foundation.
I thought it was a commercial for the loofahs that you've been showing the audience.
They love it.
School health and safety.
Just want to make sure you're prepared.
I am. A one off the cuff tonight. Take the time, right, to put some time on the side for your partner, your wife, your husband. I just recently had a date night with my wife the other night. We went out to see Earth, Wind, and Fire in a concert, bro. And
Do you remember?
You know it, bro.
No,
you have to reconnect. You have to put everything on the side for now. The fire department,
Amen.
Everything, and just have that short amount of time to reconnect. It's good for the noggin. It's good for the heart. It's good for the soul.
Right on. My wife Jen's been with me for 27 years. She moved out here from Michigan to be with me, and it's a long story how we met, but she's gone through thick and thin with me, and I hope I don't lose her in the villages with all this tomfoolery you say is going on.
They're going to come in and be like, hey, how you doing?
How you doing? How you doing, Mrs.
Make sure you keep a sock in your shorts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sock in your shorts. Nice.
Oh, shit.
All right. What do we got? I will not be here next week.
Oh, you're not going to join us?
I'm going to try. We'll see. Just like I said, I practice what I preach. I'm taking my wife away to a cabin. She loves to be out in the woods. And I rented a cabin. It was a Mother's Day gift.
You get a long gun? Bang, bang, bang. You know what the fuck is that noise? In the mud, Tennessee mud.
So we'll see if I get the connection up there. Otherwise, my man,
my cousin Benny.
Yeah.
There you go. See, we can do this all day.
Yeah,
sure. And that's all I got, Ruff. Thanks for joining us, Captain Grismer. Great time, bro.
Guys, this has been a pleasure. I feel like I'm, three guys I've never met before. I feel like we could have talked all night. Thank you for this opportunity, and I'm honored and humbled to be amongst you guys tonight. And
next time you talk to Dragon Eddie, tell him he sucks. And
I will.
Thanks for
he wasn't in the chat tonight. I thought for sure
he's too busy.
He has been on.
He's on there. He's watching.
He could be incognito. He could be.
He's got a different name. Yeah,
I'm watching tonight. I'm not
elevator guy. Elevator man.
Thanks, Jane.
Yeah, Jane.
Make up this crazy thing.
All right.
The Jetsons. See, bingo. See how we are connecting right away.
Yeah, you know what?
That helps. It helps break the barrier.
Yeah.
Anyway, if there is a barrier.
Yeah. All right, guys. We got to go. Ruff's got to get his rest. He's got to play full 18 rounds tomorrow.
Yeah, I got
18 holes. I mean.
Yeah. In the fog.
Whack the shit out of that ball, Roof. Do it.
I'll try.
Do it good. You know how to do it. All right, guys.
Just make sure
Until
you carry
next
your
time,
loofah.
thanks for joining. Oh, one last thing I wanted to throw out there. I would like to do a show on wildfire firefighting. So CoopsPodcast@gmail.com. Send me if you know any wildland firefighters. I know Sammy Peters' brother is one. I like to get
real deal guys.
That. Yeah, not these Canadian douchebags
Yeah,
who can't
we
put a
want real
fucking
deal
fire
guys.
out. But
Yeah.
you know,
They
the
can't
other
put
guys,
it.
the
They
real
can't put the
ones.
effing fire out.
Yeah, they can't put the effing fire out. Get me some real fire.
Those guys are special.
Yeah.
No, they're incredible. It's a whole nother.
Yeah, that's
they're a different breed,
I could do that for like 15 minutes. That's it.
Yeah.
These guys are walking. They're walking over like 6 mountains. They're digging trenches. I'm like, get that.
You ever cut a line, man? You're cutting the line in gear.
Hell
Sucks,
no.
bro.
I ain't cutting shit.
Imagine being out in the middle of nowhere and say, "Hey, Cap, I think I'm going to go with my right shoulder."
Yeah.
No, that's not going to work.
There's a roof.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, hike back 26 miles to the
Yeah.
infirmary,
Yeah.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonzo's special too, but in a different way. All right, guys. We'll see you next
Hi,
week.
you dick.
Thanks for tuning in. Send that stuff to CoopsPodcast@gmail.com. Until next time, stay low and go.
We'll see you at the big one, everybody. Thanks again, Cap.
All right, guys.
Thanks,
Thanks for joining us. Remember, I don't always watch podcasts, but when I do, I prefer to
do
get
it with a
Salty
big check.
Experience. With a big check. I prefer to get Salty Experience podcast. Have a good
Where Capt Grismer go?